Right, so firstly, congratulations on this. This is kind
Thank
of
you.
crazy in itself.
Wow.
See, I was looking at how you managed to actually get this role, and the story of it is kind of surreal
Yeah.
in itself. So what, you're on tour with her, the artist,
Yeah.
and she tells you like, oh, by the way, this is happening.
Yeah.
And then you just go, all right then, cool. I'll audition for this.
Yeah.
So at what point did you realise it was a Ryan Coogler movie?
So I think it was a little after I did my first audition where I just sent in like a video of me singing and playing the guitar. Then they sent back a couple sides. It was still like, I think they were pitching it as like my character, he would have been Sam Cooke if it was like a couple years later, but basically just a kid playing the guitar, and I just read the lines. And then after that, I think it wasn't until after the role I got the call, and then I realized that it was Ryan Coogler. And then they were saying it was a big actor that would be doing this. So I'm like, it's probably gonna be like, yeah. And then once I found that out, I was just like, yo, this is crazy.
First day on set, you have to pretend to be composed, like, yeah, it's mine.
Nah, yeah. I was like, yeah, that's wild. That's wild.
So obviously, like, for the most part, movies aren't really like shot in sequence, but you open the film. Does that feel like a lot of responsibility?
I think so, yeah. I think so. Just to see that was just wild, you know. When we read the script, you know, it's read one way, so it wasn't originally written like that in the script. So once I saw the final thing and I got to watch it, I was like, yo, that's wild. I can't believe it.
So everyone talks about how collaborative Ryan is on set and stuff.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you had that chance to really work with the whole team and be like, almost like a school like group project?
Yeah,
for
sure.
Like that on set?
Yeah, for sure. Every day was definitely like a learning process, and like he always just allowed me to ask questions. Like there was no wrong questions to ask, and you know he always had an answer. You know, and this is like a script. It's an original script, so it's like, you know, a lot of it, you know, is his own ideas mixed with, you know, history and stuff, but this film particularly, like he kind of made it up on his own. So like the fact that he had like some of those answers already in mind, it was really dope to see.
Was there any like key piece of advice maybe Ryan or even Michael gave you on set where you're like, wow, this stuck with me?
Honestly, I say from both, probably just like the importance of being like a good castmate. Like when you're on the scene, when you're doing the scenes, like, you know, a lot of times you get in your head and you focus on like, you know, am I doing this right or how do I look on the screen? But then when it's someone else's turn to really get out the emotion that they're trying to get, also like giving that same performance and like just being there for that person. So that was one thing I learned.
Isn't it really difficult because obviously there was loads of new technology made for this film,
Yeah.
So you're acting alongside someone who's playing two people, and there's like moments where Michael B. Jordan's character's got like what cameras around him as
the halo. Yeah.
How do you stay serious when someone's like walking around?
Man, we didn't. we didn't. Like honestly, like there would be some times where like it would be like a golf ball.
Yeah.
And we have to look at him like it's stack or it's smoke, and it's like, bro, you just can't take it seriously.
How many times did you break character? I'll be honest.
Oh, a lot for sure. And it wasn't just me. I'm not gonna snitch, but it wasn't just me.
It's just us. Don't worry.
Yeah. But man, like it was such a dope experience, man. But the halo, that was crazy because like you would have to be like a certain distance away from him, but still like you have to have the same type of interaction. So the way he really played those twins and like made them really distinct, it made it easy for everybody to kind of just, you know, vibe with.
That's beautiful. Like, are you a fan of horror movies before this moment?
Yeah. I am.
Like horrors?
Yeah.
You do?
So that's another thing that's crazy for me. Like my uncle, we grew up like watching scary movies like Friday the 13th and Halloween and stuff like that. So
I hate
for this to be my first film, that's crazy too.
Okay, so wait, so you grew up in church, and we know you from church, from gospel music and like R&B, and obviously you're a talented singer. Yeah. How have you managed to end up in a horror movie?
I don't know. I don't know.
How have you done
I don't
this?
know, but honestly, I'll just say that, you know, God always has a plan, you know, and like you're always, you know, He puts you where you're supposed to be. So I feel like I'm supposed to be here, and I'm just living in the Word.
I mean, there's a lot of like themes in this movie. On like the top layer, it's like a scary movie, it's a horror, it's a vampire movie, but there's themes of like religion, then you've got the race element you literally can't avoid if you're in America, 1930s.
Right.
Then you've got like the African spirituality with Smoke's wife being like a witch or hoodoo. What was the main theme that stuck out to you the most?
The main theme that stuck out to me was definitely probably I would say like the evolution of music, like really just getting to see how it started, in Mississippi with the blues, and then in that scene that we do in there, like you get to see like the evolution, and you see like where it comes from, and you see like all the different genres that have been birthed after the fact. So that was dope to really be a part of.
So you sing, but did you play the guitar before this?
Not really. So I was messing around with it, like kind of after tour, like once we got home. But I guess, like subconsciously, like seeing her play the guitar and seeing, Ricky, the other guitarist, he played the guitar. Just seeing those guys play every night, I guess it kind of rubbed off on me.
You managed to learn it that way? That's crazy.
Yeah, well, that was like some of my influences. But once I got, the role, I got a guitar teacher, Randy Boland, and he kind of helped me with the blues specifically, just like learning the fundamentals and stuff like that. So it was a challenge, but it was fun.
Was that the most challenging part of the role?
That was definitely a big part of it, but the big challenge for me was probably locking down on like the accent and like the real acting part of it, because it's like, acting ain't no joke. Like it's tough, but I'll say one thing that surprised me was, like, when you're actually on set and when you're at different locations and, like, you see all the things around you, like, it becomes real. Like, it makes it easier for you to just, be in the moment.
What's been the most surreal part of this whole journey? Is that everything?
Everything.
You're sat here doing this?
Everything is really like an out-of-body experience. Like, just, I feel like I've just been, like, going and going, but just to see everything that's been happening, I just feel so blessed.
I mean, you managed to travel the world from quite young, to be honest.
Yeah.
What's your favourite city or like country to be in so far since you've been around? You should lie and say London. Well, no,
I'm gonna say London.
What's your favourite city to be in?
Yeah, London is one of my favorites. We performed at Wembley Stadium, so
that's crazy.
That was fun. But yeah, I love London.
Beautiful. Like, before I let you go, if you had the world's attention for 30 seconds, what would you say to everyone?
For 30 seconds, I would say go see Sinners on April 18th.
Amazing. That's exactly what you're meant to do.
I'm in it. You gotta see it.
And he does a great job as well. Amazing. Thanks so much for your time.